School on Sustainable Agroforestry Interventions for Diversification and Environmental Amelioration. Today with us, we are having an eminent speaker, Professor K.T. Parthiban sir. And sir is Am I audible? Yeah, sir is currently a professor in FCRI TNU. Sir was formerly dean also, and with respect to education, sir has completed his PhD in 2002 with a specialization in tree improvement and industrial agroforestry. Sir has handled several professional positions, including the assistant professor, associate professor, dean, and currently serving as a professor. And sir is also involved in professional activities of teaching, research, and development along with the outreach activities. And sir has notable professional accomplishments ranging from varietal development to industrial collaboration and developing the value chain models for agroforestry and including the contract to tree farming, many clonal technology, and several others, including several patents sir has applied. And sir is the first agroforestry. Sir has established India's first agroforestry business incubator. Sir has also several international research and training experiences from various countries, right, like Ireland, UK, France, Holland, Denmark, Philippines, Malaysia, Brazil, Australia, and others, including China, Italy. And Sir has also been served as a resource person for various important technical reports, including the draft technical feasibility and management plan for plywood-based agroforestry, then tree insurance scheme, then finance for agroforestry programs, and also drafted national forestry syllabus and drafted TN Tamil Nadu state policy guidelines. And sir has also served roles in various professional and academic bodies as vice president, member RAC, member PRT, and several others. And also, sir is also recipient of many awards and honors, the recent being award for outstanding contribution in climate change and environmental sustainability. Sir has almost 10 projects that are ongoing, with the recent being design and development of value chain based dendro energy generation. And overall, Sir has around 19 books and 43 international research papers and 126 national research papers. And not only that, today the presentation will be about improvement of agroforestry trees, challenges and opportunities. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for joining in. And now you can start your presentation, sir. And right now we are having around 65 participants and several others will be joining shortly, sir.
Yes, morning everyone. First of all, thanks for having invited me to share our experiences on agroforestry, particularly the tree improvement based agroforestry system. What are the challenges and opportunities along with the achievements? I think the organizers please confirm my audio and video as well.
Yes, sir. You are audible and your screen is visible also.
Right. This is for the respected participants. This is more of research based system. It's our own experiences. Why this agroforestry is gaining attraction and importance, particularly a country like India. That's a major system. And what is this agroforestry? What is demanded for the agroforestry, particularly in terms of tree breeding and improvement and the quality issues, along with the promotional activities. So I have taken this presentation not only as a research component of tree breeding alone, how the research component is taken into a level of industrial applications, farmers' preference adoption, and how this has been satisfying the demands of not only for the state of Tamil Nadu, for the entire country, how the model design is replicated across the country. That's a major system. So before going for actual tree improvement program and what are the system, first of all the participants, you should know what is the status, why this agroforestry is gaining attraction. Because agroforestry is not the new concept. It's a traditional agriculture model. Even agriculture started in forestry in the form of shifting cultivation, or maybe some people pronounce it as Changia cultivation. The people who have followed the agriculture system, the hunters and the gatherers, they removed forested area, introduced domestication of agriculture crop. They started agriculture and they started the concept of agroforestry. That's the reason even Assam today, when you trace the history of agroforestry, people always listen to shifting cultivation as a major concept. So how this agroforestry is different totally today? The idea is it's very important because traditional agroforestry, the mandatory was it's only for a livelihood. But today agroforestry is not for a livelihood. whatever the country demanded in terms of wood and wood products. Very classical system, I'll tell you, you take a paper alone. You know, everyone uses paper. Maybe some form of paper. Some people uses tissue paper. Some uses sanitary napkin butter paper. Some uses writing paper. Some newsprint paper. Some currency paper. Some pharmaceutical paper. Some health issues. Everything. All these things. Even packaging paper. Today, no import and export happens without the participation of wood and wood resources. So why I'm saying the paper is, and 1950s, after the independence and republic, the per capita paper consumption was less than 2 kilos. The population was only 30 crores. And at that time, the entire wood was sourced from natural forests. What had happened? We have grown population, industrialization, urbanization, population vertically and horizontally. From 30 crore, by 1980, the entire population has come to 80 crore. The population has doubled and tripled. And the forest area never in double. The land use system never doubled. Automatically, the per capita paper at that time, 1980s, computer was introduced into the country. And after introduction of computers, policymakers, bureaucrats, politicians all thought that paper consumption will drastically come down. You know, surprisingly, it has got double. In 1980s, per capita paper consumption has gone to more than 6 kilos. Today, the population is 145 crore. And today, we are in digital era. Everyone claims digital era, paperless transaction, cashless transaction. And paper consumption has gone to 13 to 15 kilos. To produce 1 kilo paper, I have to depend primarily on 2.5 kilos of wood, maximum 5 kilos of wood. That's the range. Depends on the quality, what is the variety you are using it, how the improved genetic resources are playing a role in quality distribution. All these things are a problem. So when it was a per capita consumption was low, 100% raw material was sourced from forests. When it is very high, though it is compared, global comparison is very low, but still high compared to the Indian scenario, Indian across the country. And here, 98% has to be sourced from the forests outside the natural forest. That means we are primarily dependent on agroforestry as a major land use system. This is not only because of the demand, the policy issues. Government of India introduced 1980 Forest Conservation Act. Conservation Act totally banned conversion of diversion of forestry land for non-forest utility. 1996, Honorable Supreme Court has banned total felling in natural forests. That has demanded, that has limited the availability of wood from natural forests. And 1988, National Forest Policy and Forest Policy has directed all wood-based industries in the country to source their own raw material resources without depending on forest department supply. All these made a very clear system that industries, depending on wood as a raw material, they cannot hereafter depend only on the natural forest. They have to source their own raw material resources through the farm forestry, through the agroforestry. Unlike westernized world, I have traveled across. If you see the westernized world, the land area is very huge. In each and every industry is owning 50,000 hectares, 1 lakh hectares, 2 lakh hectares. In Indian conditions, even for industry land is not available. So they are not owning the lands. So the direction is, policy has directed them very clearly. You go to the farmers, support them with improved genetic resources, have a buyback agreement system, support them price supportive system, harvest them, facilitate harvesting and felling. You generate your own raw material resources. So that means the country like India, we are fascinated with the clear policy. The policy says technology leveraged agroforestry, not the traditional agroforestry, shifting cultivation, Tangya cultivation, agri-silviculture, silvipasture, agro-silvipasture, miscellaneous system, whatever we have studied. Those needs to be replaced with what is called as a technology leveraged value chain based agroforestry. And this agroforestry is very, very critical. Why? The country's demand is very, very huge. Even Assam today, Government of India mandated 15 different sectors of industries. For these 15 different sectors of industry, I have already said, paper industry, take timber industry. Originally, we were exporters. Britishers, when they visited India, they are fascinated with the Indian teak. Indian teak was harvested from India, transported across European countries, converted into ship. The ship was traveling across Commonwealth countries. A day was there. All the Commonwealth countries were once ruled by Britishers, made out of traveled by ship, made out of wood, grown in India. But that country, the exporting country, today we are the net importers. Over 80% of the timber used in the country is getting imported. You go to market, you ask for teak, you will never get Indian teak. You will get Ghana teak, Costa Rican teak, Colombian teak, South African teak, but even some people say Burma teak. Burma export ban exporting of round logs to rest of the country, rest of the world. And some people say mini Burma. There is no country in the world called mini Burma. Still they pronounce mini Burma teak. They never pronounce Indian teak. So the country once known for biological resources, rich resources of teak, today backed with emaciated, enunciated, and the emaciated in the inferior genetic resources. That is the reason quality concerns. All these things today, the country demanded over 150 million metric cube of wood from the particular to meet the raw material requirement of organized sectors of industry. An equal quantity of another 150 million metric cube need to be sourced from for unorganized sectors. India is known for highly unorganized sectors of industries. More than that, the energy demand in the country is increasing at an alarming rate, where the current demand for the organized sectors of industries alone, 400 million metric cube minimal, I'm saying. That means even country like India, where the productivity is low, where the availability of natural forests is almost either declined or totally stopped, depending predominantly on the agroforestry side, the demand is estimated to be over between 700 to 800 million metric cube of wood. Where is the wood available? Not even 2% is available from known sources. 98% have to be sourced outside the natural forests. That is the reason agroforestry is gaining attraction. You take Tamil Nadu, state of Tamil Nadu, where we are operating. The state of Tamil Nadu, we identified 7 sectors of industries. For a simple state of Tamil Nadu, my annual demand is estimated to 170 lakh metric ton. Not even 1 lakh metric ton I am getting from organized source of our department. 169 lakh ton metric ton is sourced from trees outside forest in the form of agroforestry. So that is the reason agroforestry is gaining significant attraction. So automatically, without agroforestry, no industry, forget about wood-based industries. You take any other industries, agriculture industry, horticulture industry, textile industry, pharmaceutical industry, engineering industry, mining industry, and other industrial sector, those who are using manufacturing other than wood and wood products, other than non-wood products, they are using other consumer products. They also depend on forest as a raw material, either for energy sector, or a primary raw material, or a secondary raw material, or as a source of raw material for packaging industries. And today, India is claiming that we are the major destination for both import and export. The entire export and import is depending on wood and wood resources in the form of paper packaging or in the form of wooden packaging, wherein the quality of the wood amenable with the quality, dimensional stability through a breeding approach is gaining attraction. So all these things are very, very critical. That is the reason today's agroforestry is a technology leverage agroforestry, value chain leverage agroforestry. Next slide. And this is more than that. Whatever the data I have presented for Tamil Nadu, it's only 2022. During the last 1 year, 1.5 years, another new development is happening. New industries are coming. Particle board industry, timber and MDF industry, furniture hub, and these are all panel industry. These are all new attractions. Within another 5 years, the demand is going to be increased by another 30 to 40 lakh tons. That means for a simple set of Tamil Nadu, my annual demand is going to be more than 2 million tons, where there is no organized sectors of wood is available. If that is the case, what should we do with the systems? You have to promote organized agroforestry. And another thing, energy sector. You know, most of the scientists who are participating, you know the latest government policy. We are energy starving country. Oh, in the entire country, the energy is depending on imported fuels, particularly fossil fuels like coal and other products. Now today, Government of India made very clear mandate. All coal using plants, not only power plants, coal using energy sector, coal using non-energy sector. Where coal is used as energy sector, they have to blend 5% with biomass. Originally, the policy was mainly to satisfy the current availability of agriculture residues, like wheat straw, paddy straw, and other residues, where it has been estimated over 500 million tons of agriculture residues available as surplus. And today, what is happening? The collection of these residues, value addition of these residues, transportation through logistics, it is not economically viable for the industries to survive. So that is the reason, to satisfy the government policy of 5% blending in the biomass power plants, in the cogeneration plants, in the co-fired plants, and other energy requirement, the industries started looking for high calorific value based forestry sector, particularly from the agroforestry sector. So that is the reason For the state of Tamil Nadu, my annual demand is estimated to more than 100 lakh ton. That means over 10 million tons for energy sector alone. Imagine what the demand is needed. Next slide. Another important thing is biofuel. You know, everyone is aware. We started biofuel several years back, over a decade back. Everyone was behind the species called Jatropha, and ultimately they blamed Jatropha as a failure crop. Crop was not a failure crop. Crop was a beautiful crop, Assam today. Since inception, since its introduction, Assam today, crop is a beautiful crop. But what is the problem? The way in which we have taken the crop for a commercial utility, that's the problem. Oh, there was no improved genetic resources. There was no quality testing. There was no assured buyback and price supportive system. There was no price supportive system was available, which made the total crop as a failure crop. Even Assam today, people always say Jatropha means no, it's a failure project. Not the concept. It's a beautiful crop. So what is the needed is, that is the reason today's agroforestry is a value chain based agroforestry, not the varieties alone. That's the reason today the presentation we have made is a tree improvement. It is a breeding with the management style. What is that management? Management with the production sector of management, management with the processing sector of management, management with the consumption or marketing sector of management. That is the reason this model we have improved. Not only tree improvement, it's a value chain approach. This model take into consideration primarily the improved genetic resources. So that is the reason. Next slide. This is growing and increasing attraction. So under these conditions, this is a strategy. You have to promote agroforestry, not the traditional agroforestry, like whatever you have studied, agri-silviculture, silvipasture, agri-silvipasture, miscellaneous system, not like that. They're all classification based on the traditional farming system. And where there was no genetic makeup for the introduced tree. There was no arc. This today, we are pronouncing tree not as a tree, it's a smart tree. Smart tree means a bred tree, newly developed tree, a cloned tree is called a smart tree. So imagine, I have just given 3 photographs. They are all improved genetic resources. One is a short duration casuarina. Second one is a medium duration melia. Third one is a medium to long duration teak. They are all genetically improved varieties released to the state variety release committee. So today's agroforestry is an organized agroforestry, technology leveraged agroforestry. This needs innovative breeding program. Not the standard. I am not a Mendelian breeder. I am not a Zobel breeder. But we accelerated breeding in a different style. That made us to develop a high-yielding short rotation varieties. Make the farmers to accept and adapt. Make the industry to utilize, deploy them in the contract farming system. And this agroforestry is known as a major system. Today, whoever you may be a farmer, you may be an industry man, you may be a politician, you may be a bureaucrat, you may be an academician, you may be a general common man, you may be a man or woman. Without use of wood and wood products, no one in the world is surviving. That is the concept which is growing in attraction. So here we play a vital role, developing a designer-specific tree. Who is needing the war, noting the demand? Each and every industry, there is a demand for the tree quality. We demand this system. We develop this system. We introduce the system into the farmer's field. So that is the reason we have identified industry-based, technology-leveraged industrial agroforestry. When we started this particular model in 2004 onwards, value chain linked, tree breeding linked, tree improvement linked, clone-based agroforestry, we witnessed a lot of challenges. Even Assam today, all the challenges, whatever we've experienced during the last 2 decades, 20 years, that has been listed for easy understanding. One is always called as a societal challenges, social challenges. What is the social challenges? People should be aware that trees also, similar to agriculture and horticulture crop, there are varieties developed. There are varieties available. Tree farmers should be made aware of improved genetic resources. Whatever they are going to plant in the farmlands or agroforestry, they should know what is the variety. They are aware of what is the variety of rice to be grown, wheat to be grown, papaya to be grown, tomato to be grown, potato to be grown. Suppose they want to grow teak, it is a no man's property. Wherever teak is available, they are buying and planting. That is not the case. They should know the pedigree of the material, quality of the material, duration of the material, the end utilization of the material. So that's the reason society challenges is a major problem. Even Assam today, educating the farmers, educating the people who are involved in promoting agroforestry, that's a major challenge. Production level challenges. What are the problem? Inferior genetic resources. Even Assam today, as I said earlier, How agriculture has revolutionized. India was a starving country for food. 1950s, we were starving. There was no food. The art of green revolution introduced. Green revolution is a holistic concept from producer to consumer approach. And the major system is introduction of high yielding varieties, HIVs. How wheat and rice replace the traditional varieties. Long duration to a short duration. The art of green revolution introduced, made the country productivity. In 1980, the country has become sufficient. Today we are surplus country. Today we are surplus. We are not producing quantity products. We are producing quality food products. So that is the system. Can it happen in tree component? That's a problem. Sorry. That is the problem. So inferior genetic resources, whatever the genetic resources to be deployed in agroforestry, whether the farmer or the scientists who are promoting agroforestry, make it very clear the genetic resources, improved genetic resources. And the scientists should also know whether it's a short duration. Duration today, trees are harvested in months. 18 months I am harvesting trees today for a paper production, particle board production, engineered wood production. Nowhere it is pronounced. No literature says this. No textbook says this. But we are doing it. And this is summonable, inferior to superior genetic resources. Low productivity. Even Assam today, productivity are the major categories. They identify 10 metric cube per hectare per annum. That productivity is, it's a decaded rule. Today productivity, minimal productivity is 25 metric cube per hectare per annum. The average productivity is 40 metric cube per hectare per annum. So low productivity needs to be replaced with improved genetic resources. Long duration. Hereafter, trees are not yearly crop. Trees are going to be the short duration perennial crop. Short duration perennial crop. It is also equivalent to sugarcane, banana, cotton. It is also going to be. Today, you don't believe for a compressed biogas, trees are harvested in every 3 months. Trees are harvested in every 3 months. Not the wood, but the leafy biomass. So all these things are a very clear, long duration. More than that, new and alternate genetic resources. That's a very, very critical way that the farmer is not able to understand. Even some of the scientists, even industries also. Industries are stereotyping industries. You take again I'm saying, you take the invention of composite wood industries or engineered wood industries. Engineered wood industries are very big technological innovations. No one pronounces this in the country. Technological. Why? Solid wood was not available. So engineered wood was invented. Engineered wood use any material. Only it should be a densified materials. Any material. So that means any lignocellulosic biomass is amenable for engineered wood production, composite wood production. So for this new and alternate genetic resources, I'll tell you one simple example where I have faced. In 2006, we have introduced one of the species called Melia dubia, Malabar neem, only for a paper industry, that too for a specialty paper like tissue paper and sanitary napkin filter papers, including writing paper. Industry never listened. It took me 6 to 8 years to convince the industry. 2013, industries have accepted, adopted the variety. We started 2006, 7 years of continuous enrollment, 7 years of continuous push and pull, 7 years of continuous technological exposure made the industry to adopt Melia dubia for a paper production. Today, Melia dubia is a preferred crop by the timber industry. Melia dubia is a preferred crop for engineered wood industry, ply and panel. Melia dubia is a preferred crop for pulp and paper industry, specialty paper. Melia dubia is a preferred crop for a short duration dendro energy crop. That means, I'm just saying only simple example of Malabar neem. Same is the case with eucalyptus, casuarina, teak, mahogany, Kaya senegalensis, Sucrasia tabularis, Tuna ciliata, Acacia hybrids, wide range of products, including neem, magua, calophyllum, minophyllum, pungam, punna, everything. You take any products. All these things are challenges. Inferior genetic resource was a challenge. Low productivity was a challenge. Long duration was a challenge. Availability of new and alternate genetic resources was a challenge. Getting acceptability of the industry was a challenge. Getting acceptability of the farmer was a challenge. And a quality planting material. Even Assam today, after so much of development, so much of social awareness, even today, people never understand what is a QPM, quality planting material. They still believe that quality planting material means taller seedlings are quality. With the bag size is very big quality. That is not the case. Quality starts with the genetic quality, physical quality, physiological quality. So all these things are very, very important. And more, once you design this system, it is not a variety alone. You have to design a management style. That's why it's called smart technology. Silviculture need to be revisited. Traditional silviculture written 100 years back by Troop and the team and other forest officers, they need to be replaced. Here, my land use system is not the traditional forest, not the reserve forest, not the degraded forest. My land use is a traditional farmland system. Trees outside the natural forest. So that needs to be done. More than that, you have to design a model, not the stereotyping of agri-silviculture, not the stereotyping traditional of silvipasture. Designer model, multifunctionality, taking into consideration. These are the challenges. Then more than that, processing challenges, very important. If you go to industries, today industries are asking, paper industries are asking the farmer, you supply wood without any bark. You supply wood without any bark. What the farmer will do? How he can supply wood without bark? Now farmers are asking me, you invent a tree without any bark. Very big challenge. If I go to the industry, industries are asking, you give me wood with low bark or a less bark. Today, bark content of the tree is 25%. If they harvest 1 ton of wood, 250 kilo is a waste. So they are asking, okay, if even after debarking, what the farmer will do with the bark? So value addition technology, that's also a part of this system. And for which buyback also have to be arranged. More than that, marketing. Today, technology leverage marketing, quality-based marketing. If the wood is having more than 50% cellulose, market is different. If the wood is having less than 20% bark content, market is different. If the wood has a high density, market is different. If the wood is medium density, market is different. If the wood is low density, market is different. So supply chain is linked with the tree budding process. Price is linked with the tree budding process. Consumption is linked with the tree budding process. These are all the challenges. So that is the reason for easy understanding to the participants here in this forum, I have made this as 4 major challenges: social challenges, farmers and industries, and other stakeholders promoting agroforestry; production level challenges, technology; processing level challenges, industries; consumption level challenges, where farmers and industries are involved. So all these are major challenges. More than that, these are the other genetic issues. Most forestry components are highly heterozygous and heterogeneous. A lot of segregation. If you use seeds, even it's a seeds, lot of issues. Site is a variable site, lot of issues. Low productivity, uncertain productivity, erratic productivity, high bark, long duration. All these things, even quality issues. Dimensional stability is a major problem because of the absence of genetically known populations. The best resources of base population is not available, which needs to be deployed. Next slide. And these are easy. These are the farm-grown agroforestry material. Comes day to day to the industries. I have included all types of wood. All types of wood. Why these woods are coming? And the volume is now almost 40 to 60%. Whatever the wood coming now from agroforestry sector, qualitatively 50% of wood is not suitable. The problem is genetically not. I am not saying all few varieties are now improved. Eucalyptus, Populus, Casuarina. But we are not depending on these 3 exotics. India is known for 15,000 to 17,000 flowering plants. 3,500 plants are accredited with industrial importance. 3,000. Eastern Himalayas, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, accredited with economically important properties. Are we using it? The genetic resources? We claim that India is a hotspot. Among various hotspots, 2 hotspots are here in India, known with biological resources. Are we not deploying this? So that is the reason tree improvement is very, very important. You see, 23-year-old teak recently harvested. Internal hot rot, borers. No one knows. This is not only due to genetics, but also due to management. So, genetic resources, unlike agriculture crop, genetic resources need to be supplemented with silvicultural resources. So that is the reason I'm taking this as the tree improvement as a concept, not tree building as a concept. Next slide. More than that, now another problem which now faced is post-harvest utilization. You are using the wood from agroforestry. converting them, using them after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. The converted wood is expressing a lot of problems, post-harvest challenges. And this needs a systematic breeding. Next slide. So all these things are very, very problematic. So what we do, we intervene. The interventions are technological interventions. Develop a variety and give them a precision silviculture. Combine variety with a management plan. Organization intervention. Make the people aware of the improved genetic resources, aware of the technology, aware of the market. Link them, networking, industrial networking, farmers networking, NGO networking, FPO networking, government institution networking, all sectors. Marketing interventions. Now, technology leveraged marketing. People should know what far I am growing this tree, how far I can grow this tree, whether 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 30 years, 12, like that. Marketing also, more than that, create permanent institutions. Because unlike agriculture crop, tree breeding is a specialized system. Some institutions, some individuals, some scientists have to follow regularly. I am now pronouncing my tree breeding is almost 27, 28 years old. Continuously, even Assam, today we are learning the challenge, resolving them through a breeding system. So all these things, a beautiful model of production to consumption based tree breeding and improvement approaches. These are all the challenges. These are all the interventions. And there is a greater opportunity because 100% of the raw material resources have to be sourced outside the natural forest, only through agroforestry. And the agroforestry needs new and alternate genetic resources. Agroforestry needs a technology. Agroforestry needs a participation of all sectors involved in entire production to consumption. So these are all the system which is demanded. That's the reason I'm very happy that we are able to present like how this is possible. Next slide. Next slide. So what are the technological interventions? Next slide. What is that? We have used the three important things. The tree improvement. One is the genetic resources. Second is the breeding method. Third one is the mass multiplication. And fourth one is linking the entire model with the industries. Next slide. How this is done? Next slide. We have started. Next slide. We have started. My teachers have started breeding in 1979. But after 1995, I started my career as assistant professor right from 1995. From 1995, Assam today, whatever I am indicating, I am going to present next. There are more than 11 varieties released through State Variety Release Committee. There are 29 cultures available as a pre-release cultures. They are at various stages of evaluation. Or some of them are in an on-farm trial, some of them are amplified clonal trial, some of them are under industrial testing. And this year, another 5 important clones are going to be released. So why I'm saying this, a systematic 1995 onwards, we have redefined the total breeding, accelerated breeding, induce the early flowering, do in situ hybridization, not the ex situ. My teachers taught me the art of climbing onto the tree, dusting the pollens. And now today, we are making the trees into a small bonsai, inducing early flowering, getting accelerated seeds. The seeds are multiplied, evaluated, short duration, and they are cloned. The clones are ongoing. So like that, the first variety was released by me in 2008, and the last variety 2023. Continuously, we are doing it now. Last year, we have released 4 varieties in 4 different tree species, evolving 7 to 17 years of research. Next year. So take, for example, these are the innovations what we have done. Technology, development of high-yielding short rotation clones, and seedling orchards, clonal seed orchards. Predominantly, we are now eliminating seed orchards also. We are doing a clonal mother bank for a quality planting material, QPM. Smart silviculture, technology leverage silviculture, deploying them in multifunctional agroforestry, timber agroforestry, plywood agroforestry, panel agroforestry, energy agroforestry, hardwood agroforestry. Design machines to harvest these designed trees, designer tree. And whatever the waste comes, value add them. All these things are technological interventions. Next slide. For example, genetic resources, teak, timber genetic resources. This is my breeding plan. We always select a tree, similar to whatever you do, selection, introduction, either provenances, seed sources, progenies, or clones. Now, provenances, seed sources, progenies, they're all age-old practice. And whatever it is available, we take the tree, mother plant is directly tested in the industry. Once the industry accepts the quality, that is cloned, it will go for a clonal mass multiplication. It will go for a clonal amplified clonal test, amplified clonal OFT, amplified MLT, amplified clonal test. So like that, it goes into the systems. So that gives us a very big system. Next slide. So based on that, we have identified 5 different tree species. Teak as a major species, and Gamghar as a major species, Mahogany, Swetenia macrophylla, African mahogany, Kaya senegalensis, Shisham dalbergia sisu, wide range of genetic resources, minimum 30 to 40 genetic resources, evaluated for 7 to 10, 15 years, 20 years. And from there, we just identify the superior genetic stocks. Those stocks are clonal technology is developed. They are mass multiplied. Those clones are available. So the right hand side, I have given the improved genetic resources. And I am developing, I am not only retaining it, we release them through State Variety Release Committee, talk to the industries concerned, promote them through the industry. Next slide. These are the improved genetic resources. Tectona, we have 3 varieties. Melina arborea, 1 variety. Dalbergia sisu, DS18. Kaya senegalensis, MTP1. Swetenia macrophylla, SM18. All these things are a variety available. I'll show you some of the improved genetic resources where we have established teak genetic resources, short duration teak genetic resources. Today, we are growing teak for 3 to 5 years for a particle board as well. Terminalia bellerica for energy, only 2 years harvest, energy. Swetenia macrophylla for a medium to long duration varieties. All genetic resources. Red Sanders, 15 years to 18 years old, 18 years, we are just promoting as a clonal variety, clonal Red Sanders. All these things we are using it. Next slide. Similarly, timber outdoor, not only we are releasing it, we link this with the industries. What are the priority species? What is the extent of area to be planted in Tamil Nadu? And what are the industries to be associated? So we give the genetic resources to the industry. For the R&D, industry should finance continuously, not 1 year, 2 years, continuously, 5 to 10 years, even more than that. We created a consortium. Consortium is now saying, you see how the clonal teak is now harvested, how this is used. Next slide. Mahogany. Similarly, high value genetic resources, sandal and red sanders. So how we are doing it? We are establishing now clonal plantations. And these plantations are short duration, 8 to 10 years. We are planning to harvest, maximum 15 years. At the maximum 18 years, not 30 years, 40 years. We test the quality also. The quality tested at various rotations, 5 years, 8 years, 12 years, 15 years, 18 years. Quality tests. Now, the based on density tests, quality tests for centralin. Accordingly, we decide the harvesting system. Next, you see, I have planted some of the planks. Those planks are quality tested. Then pulpwood genetic resources. Pulpwood genetic resources. We see hybridization as well. Hybridization, both interspecific hybridization, intraspecific hybridization. We develop new hybrids. These hybrids are available. For pulpwood, we have a wider genetic resources. We have genetic resources, seeds, both indigenous and imported, and the crossing hybrids, clones, everything is available. We characterize all of them for a productivity, short duration, medium duration, for a industrial utility, short duration for a pulp and energy, short duration for a pulp and paper, medium duration for a ply and panel, long duration for a timber as well. Next slide. So these are the improved pulpwood genotypes. For example, I am showing you one of the released varieties, recently released varieties, Metupolia MTP3, short duration, 30 months old, amenable for harvest, tested for all quality, high cellulose. My pulp yield is more than 47%, 2% higher than the traditional varieties. So I am not only looking for a yield, I am looking for a quality. Even 1% increase in cellulose, that is more than enough. You can reduce millions of tons of wood and as well. So breeder has to holistically design and develop the variety. And the variety, develop the paper. I said already, paper, we have released 100 different grades of paper. Sanitary napkin tissue paper, filter papers, writing papers, currency papers, anything. And now short duration varieties are available. Next slide. And not only releasing variety, tying up with the industry, take the varieties to industries. TNP and Cheshire paper board, other industries across India. And species prioritize. What is the extent of area to be develop outgrow a scheme? Now, over 90% of the plantations of cashew and eucalyptus in Tamil Nadu is the clonal plantations. Less than 10% is seedlings of unknown origin. Next slide. Plywood genetic resources. Melia. We have prioritized species. Melia, Kadam, Toon, Acracarpus, Chucracia, eucalyptus. All these species improved genetic resources are available. Today, we have come eucalyptus, new genetic resources. Grant is 9. Currently eucalyptus is used by ply and panel industry. Those eucalyptuses are developed by industry, paper industry for a paper production, and the plywood industries are using it. But these are the varieties developed only for a paper industry. Today we developed a eucalyptus for a plywood industry exclusively, panel industry exclusively, particle board, plywood, and MDF. Next slide. You see, I'll show you one of the face veneer, core veneer. You see, Melia dubia MTP1 developed for a core veneer. You know what is the recovery? 60% veneer recovery. Beautiful variety. Even the density is lower than eucalyptus. But still, you see the quality of the veneer. This is because of the clone. This is because of the clone. The clone is now amenable. Across India, we are promoting this clone. MTP1. Now another clone I'll show you, MTP3. Face veneer. Face veneer. Core veneer, the thickness is 1.3 mm. Face veneer, the thickness is 0.4 mm. 0.4 mm. The core veneer is now harvested. It is converted, and you see how it is converted. The core veneer. You see, this is face veneer. 1 or 2 inches girth. 1 or 2 inches girth. And this is core veneer. You see the quality of the core veneer. Today, face veneer. Today, face veneer is 100% imported to India. You take it granted because of selection, because of the improvement, because of the clonal development. Within another 10 years, India is going to be a hub for a face veneer. And we can replace the imports. We can replace the import. We can indigenously become self-reliance. And I'll show you one of the eucalyptus. Developed a hybrid eucalyptus. I'm going to harvest in 3.5 years for a plywood. And this eucalyptus is exclusive for a veneer. Exclusive for a veneer, core veneer. You see, we test the quality with the industry. We test along with me, industry people are there. We test the quality. We fix the prices as well. So this is what I'm saying. Next slide. So it is not the wood. Then we go to the industry. Century ply, ambi ply, almost Ranga ply, Sabri ply, Mega ply, Biotham, now xylosis, almost all industries. What we do? Develop this as a variety. Promote agroforestry scheme. Develop agroforestry scheme. Promote it. Next slide. Improved matchwood genetic resources. Originally matchwood means Ailanthus. Today we have 2 varieties. Anthocephalus kadam and Cerculia alata. Not only matches, ice cream spoons, coffee spoons, coffee stirrer, all you go to all international airports, domestic airports, all the wood based, it's called food grade wood. Through the breeding process, through the improvement process, we develop food grade wood. That means wood amenable for food grade utility. We are not going to eat the food, but they are going to supplement the system. Next slide. Alternate, more than that, we are developing alternate genetic resources. I'll show you another variety, Tuna ciliata. Tuna ciliata. It's a specialty wood. See the wood color, pinkish wood. And it is a selection from Punjab. And PAU has given me. We selected, we cloned here in Tamil Nadu. That is given to again to Punjab as a clonal variety. And this variety is a short duration, 5 to 6 years. And similarly, I'll show you Kaya senegalensis. I'll show you another Kaya senegalensis, African mahogany. You don't believe. African mahogany was originally a timber. Now we are converting short duration African mahogany for a panel. Short duration mahogany for energy. See the quality. I have shown you lot of veneer quality. See this veneer quality. Light whitish pink. A specialty wood. I always go with my variety. I test at industry. I discuss with the industry, test the industrial quality in terms of writing. Once the industry gives in writing that the acceptance of the variety, that variety will alone go to the farmers through the industry, through a contract farming system. So that is the tree improvement model. That is the system which we are promoting it. Next slide. Energy genetic resources. Now this is very, very critical. Today, India is an energy starving country. We have a nationally determined contribution. By 2040, 40% of the energy must be renewable. And 70 by 2070, we become net zero emission. Renewable, we have solar as a renewable by high cost. And out of 24 hours, solar is amenable only for 6 to 8 hours. Monsoon season, so efficiency of solar is very low. Hydropower projects, you need a water. Today, you know what is the climate change. Availability of water is a problem. Nuclear, geopolitical compulsions, geopolitical issues, wind. On the 12 months, wind is amenable, economically viable for 3 to 4 months. Remaining 6 to 8 months, it is dead investment. Biomass, it is not the case. 24 into 7 into 365 days. Biomass. So that is what biomass energy. Today, recently, I was in Darjeeling, where we have established in tea industry 5 biomass power plants. I am very happy to see the model in Tamil Nadu is getting replicated across India. So what is this? We are designing a tree, improved dendrofuel genotypes, both for energy and for ethanol, improved, short duration, high yielding, high density, and a designer, you see high density model. We have beautiful model. Acacia hybrid, casuarina, eucalyptus, subabul, and we are harvesting at the in situ chipping, and the ex situ chipping, bring the wood, wastages, convert them into chips. The chip is used, segregated. And this is also why I'm saying this. Nothing is now. Everything is a technology leveraged. Everything is a technology. 10 drive energy outgrowth scheme. We have industry. Biomass power plant, cogeneration plant, co-firing plant, and other sectors. We test all the quality, convert them into chips. This is a core material also we are. This material, this plant is in Assam. I have recently visited Assam, where we are running. Our consortium industry is running this plant. Tea drying, we are replacing the LPG with a biomass power plant. So all these things are scheme based. Next slide. Similarly, biofuel, I have already said. Next slide. Biofuel, we have a systematic tree breeding program. And Jatropha, we have a beautiful clone now. CJH 13, 12, 9, 5. High yielders. Not 3 years. 3 months onwards, flowering starts. 9 months, continuous yield. Next slide. All these are genetic resources. Now we are going to tie up with a major industry in Japan, where we are going to collaborate shortly to promote sustainable aviation fuel. It's a global compulsion. India has compelled 2027, 1% blending of SAF, all international flights, 1% blending, SAF. It is not a biodiesel, it's ethanol. It's a sustainable aviation fuel. All scientists, I think, promoting tree-borne oil seeds, it is going to be a mantra hereafter. We are going to have an agroforestry scheme as well next year. And the new genetic resources are available now. I am showing you only the improved genetic resources of a tree. Now we have developed a new clone. In the new clone, we are not going to have a tree. We are going to maintain this as a hedges. The advantage is uniform quality. Products are easily harvestable. It is also getting seasonal now. We are trying to have a continuous flowering type as well. So that is also we are going to have. Next slide. Biofuel outgrowth scheme also we have promoted. Biofuel outgrowth scheme. Seedling orchards. We have developed a lot of seedling orchards. And more than that, all these varieties. Wait a minute. We have to have a quality planting material. All agroforestry institutions, all wood-based industries promoting agroforestry, they should have a QPM production center. QPM means they should have a mother garden. They should have a tissue culture lab. They should have a controlled growth chamber. They should have a hardening chamber. They should have open nursery. I'll show you another pilot model where we have a pilot model high-tech nursery. This is a pilot model high-tech nursery. All these are a clone bank. And we have a almost hardening chamber, everything. These are all clone bank. Every tree with a clone bank. And this is a growing chamber. And the next one is a hardening chamber. Then open nursery. And annually I am producing almost 2 million plants, 2 to 3 million plants with the clone-based systems. And I am producing more than 10 million plants through my consortium nurseries. How? We developed a technology for mass multiplication. This technology is called mini clonal technology. You go to YouTube, my YouTube, it is available. You go to Google search, it is available. You go to any online paper, it is available. Mini clonal technology. Next slide. This technology has been developed for several species. I'll show you one of the species, Melia dubia. Technology for mass multiplication technology for Melia dubia. This is a mother garden. I'm taking only apical shoots. Apical shoots are converted, and these apical shoots are going for a planting because the breeder should ensure that your material is multiplied with the clonal means and it is mass multiplied. It is produced. So then only the productivity and the genetic quality, these two can be ensured. So this is another important thing which is very, very systematic. Next slide. I'll show you one more tree, Tuna ciliata. This is not a traditional crop in Tamil Nadu, but still we have a Tuna ciliata mother. We multiply Tuna ciliata, and this is how it introduced, multiplied. So why I'm saying this, the breeder's role is you have to be a multifaceted role. Develop a variety. That's why I don't call them as a breeder. Technology leveraged agroforester. Technology leveraged forester. We pronounce you as a forester. Next slide. And a tissue culture lab. Next slide. Molecular breeding also we started. Like whatever we do it, we also fingerprinting it, protect the variety through state variety release committee. Next slide. And smart silviculture. This is very, very critical. How I do? For a common man, they will see a tree as a tree. I am basically a forester. I see a tree as a wood cellulosic biomass, lignocellulosic biomass. It's a secondary growth, secondary cambium. So automatically, why I'm saying this, it's a xylem, it's a phloem, it's a parenchymatic tissues, it's a wood. It's a wood again. Wood is a how medium density wood, low density wood, high density wood. So I can define wood into various categories. Now definition is wood which is less than 2 inches girth. It is category is different. Wood is which is more than 8 inches girth. It is different. 16 inches girth. It is different. 24 inches. It is different. So it's called smart designer tree. How we go to tailor, design a shirt. How we go to barber, design a hair. How we go to beauty parlor, design a face. Exactly, we are designing a tree suitable for different industry. I'll show you how the tree is converted. Next slide, video. How the tree is converted. See, the tree is converted. It is segregated for a different quality grades. I test quality from here. Quality not based on here wood quality. Here quality based on the sizes. Quality based on the cylindrical nature. So that is the reason breeder's role is forester's role. You cannot call them as a breeder. Do not call them as an agroforester. You are a forester. Design a tree amenable for various utility. Next slide. So smart silviculture, multifunctional. Not only I'm doing it, demonstrating it. This is agroforester. Whatever so far I have said is a plantation, block plantation agroforestry model. This is a real agroforestry model. I'll show you one of the multifunctional agroforestry model established using improved genetic resources. This is 1 acre model. My model is productive model, regenerative model, high yielding model. Every day it is giving yield. I am intercropping it. Daily 1,000 rupees, monthly 30,000 rupees. That's the reason this model is called regenerative multifunctional agroforestry model. I have incorporated short duration variety, medium duration variety, long duration variety, very long duration variety, perennial variety, where annual harvests ensure. Like that, this is also introduced. Next slide. Similarly, improved pulpwood based agroforestry. You go to previous. Pulpwood based agroforestry. Here, I have used only short duration clones. Designed a model. That model is only for a short duration. All the border, eucalyptus, casuarina, then eucalyptus. 6 blocks. Each and every block is Melia block, Tatam block, Acacia hybrid block, Tuna block, Melina block, Populus block. Like that, we developed this model. And this is now a tourism center as well. So all these models are now exposed. So you have to treat tree as a tree as a multiple product, provisioning product, regulating product, the cultural product, and ultimately the supporting product. Next slide. More than that, we are designing mechanization. You see, I'll show you debarking. Some of the varieties we are developing medium bark and low bark. Low bark needs to be mechanically debarked. So we design machines also. We do debarking. After debarking, the wood is used for chipping. Already we have seen chipping. Next slide. Already we have seen chipping. Next slide. Harvesting. We are designing harvesting machines. My consortium members go to video. They are designing harvesting machines. I have seen this machine in Brazil. Now this machine is replicated here in India. And this is now, we are experimenting this in Andhra. It is running. And we are experimenting debarking machine, and a converting machine, loading machine. Everything is mechanized. This mechanization is possible because of uniform maturity, because of uniform harvest, because of higher 90% of the material amount of our industrial consumption. Next slide. Next slide. So mechanization is then more than that, value addition. Next slide. Value addition is very, very important. This next slide. Next slide. This value addition. Next slide. You see, I'll show you what are the residues, briquetting. Convert the residues into a value-added products. It's a residues available for plantation residues available for industrial residues. Everything is converted. Everything is converted and converted into residues. Now, nothing is wasteful. If I am designing a tree, nothing is wasteful. Everything is converted into a value-added products. Value-added products. So that is the very, very critical model. This is one of the value-added briquettes, value-added products. So mind you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen who are listening here, it is that's our, you design a tree. I'll show you similarly cut wood, I'll show you carbon. In the agroforestry, 20 to 30% is the waste residues. The entire 20 to 30%, I am converting this into a carbon, not for biochar application, carbon for industrial application. That is also used. Next slide. All these things, they are all, whatever we have said is a technology where tree improvement is playing a 80% role. Remaining 20% is a facilitation by silviculture mechanization. Organizational role, linking. This is what very, very critical. You design a tree, link with the regular, like we have seen some of the outdoor schemes. Same is the case. Next slide. And these are the promotional model. I am operating currently over 80,000 hectare, over 15 different tree species. 20 to 30% of the raw material is coming from organized sectors, improved genetic resources. 90% is our target. Next slide. These are the price supportive system. Each and every tree qualitative prices are fixed. That's the reason for a same species, different prices. Next slide. Next slide. Marketing, there is no issue. Marketing also we are fixing. Marketing, yes. Now, next. Non-timber forest products we are fixing marketing. Next slide. New initiatives. Biofuel is a new initiative. Energy is a new initiative. We are also ensuring, we are extending institutional credit and carbon monetization. Next slide. Next slide. Go ahead. Biofuel also introducing improved genetic resources. Bioenergy also, we are developing technologies. Next slide. Agroforestry insurance for clonal plants. Institutional credit now, because short duration, because of the improvement, the varieties are short duration. Bankers are interested to fund on the agroforestry projects. Next slide. And a carbon monetization. Today, we are also working for a monetization that is also gaining attraction. Shortly, we'll come out with a very big project to monetize all the clonal plantations. Next slide. And for all these things, we have established consortium of industrial agroforestry and institutional mechanism. This is very, very critical. This institutional mechanism is taking care of. What is the role of this consortium? This consortium role is linking, networking and linkage. Continued R&D, because for whatever we have presented, it is not happening in 1 year, 2 years. The decadal experiences, the decadal analysis, the decadal successful models. Today, I am funded by almost all industries. I am funded by my consortium. So funding is not an issue now. And not only funding for a short duration, long-term funding. No issue. We are continued R&D. Technology development is a continued. Varietal development is a continued. Linking with the industry is a continued. Promoting agroforestry is a continued. And for which we are developing institutions. What are the institutions? Agroforestry promotion institutions. Industry-based institutions. Plantation development institutions. Plantation felling and harvesting institutions. Logistic institution. Value addition institutions. We also develop a policy mechanism how to promote the genetic resource-based agroforestry. Next slide. So all these things. Now, again, we are develop another institution, agroforestry business incubator. This business incubator is very, very important because research institute alone cannot do. I'll show you my business incubator. This is my business incubator where we have administrative space. We have workshop space. I request all the scientists who are watching this, any scientists, any participants, any students, any agroforestry promoter, any farmer, any stakeholder, you can visit Forest College. Learn this set of art, technology. Learn this set of art, networking, linkages through consortium. Learn the state of art, the business development, and all these things. Learn it, experiment it, amplify it, demand, then you can commercially exploit it. That is the reason today agroforestry is not the traditional agroforestry. It's a technology leveraged commercial agroforestry. Today, we have more than 177 institutions in the form of startups and MSME companies. You take any sector, if you want wood, we'll supply wood. If you want to develop a plantation, you just make a call. Our team will come and establish plantations. If you want any seedling of quality, higher number, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 million, 10 million, we'll supply a million with a predetermined price and predetermined periods. If you want anyone to be harvested, our team will go and harvest. If anyone want to market it, domestically export, we'll do the marketing also. If you want to do value addition, we'll do all that. So everything in a single umbrella, we designed. For all these things, the success is the designer model. So that designer model is now NABARD has accepted this. They established a facilitation center from production to consumption, demonstrate it, create entrepreneurs, annually 500 entrepreneurs, clear these things, make tree budding as a private institution, make clonal multiplication as a private institution, make mass multiplication of seedling as a private institution, make agroforestry designer tree as a private institution or a public-private partnership institution. So all these things we are making. Originally, we were operating only in Tamil Nadu. Today, we are operating in 17 states across India. 7 states, we are replicating, designing exactly whatever I have shown to you. We are just designing through a USAID funded project on trees outside forests. The states are Andhra Pradesh, we are establishing. Odisha, we are establishing. Assam, we are establishing. Uttar Pradesh, we are establishing. Rajasthan, we are establishing. Haryana, we are establishing. So all these model, it is getting replicated. Before 2026, you take it granted. Like whatever I have said, value chain based agroforestry, visible. Consortium mode agroforestry, may be visible. Incubation mode agroforestry, visible. Tree improvement based agroforestry, visible. All these things, certification, we are also promoting certification, next slide. All these things, and now we are in the process, decentralize it. People should be aware. And today also a team has come from other part, and they are learning how to take a tree improvement into an agroforestry. And not everyone will do tree improvement. Hereafter, whenever you are going to promote, make sure that you know the pedigree of the variety. You know the technology for the variety. You know marketing for the variety. Link the entire production to consumption. Once it is linked, definitely this agroforestry is going to be a technology leverage agroforestry. Next slide. So all these things, I think we have a beautiful publication. One of the publication is the tree budding and improvement. Anyway, all of you can refer this book also. Next slide. So more than that, we have a YouTube channel, Agroforestry, Forestry and Environment. This YouTube channel will give you a lot of ideas, lot of developments. So next slide. So ultimately, the best thing is, because my time is 1 hour, I'm at it. I think my time is over. I'm completing my system, but message is very simple. Tree improvement is going to play a vital role. It is already playing a vital role. What for? Productivity improvement, profitability improvement, introduction of new and alternate genetic resources, value chain links, so that the market mechanism is ensured, price mechanism is ensured, quality mechanism is ensured. Once it is assured, take it granted. Down the line, our requirement in India, 98% of the wood has to be sourced from agroforestry only. 98%. And otherwise, a lot of import is going to happen. If at all you want to substitute import, if you want to reduce the import, if you want to satisfy the demand of the industry, if you want to satisfy the demand of domestic utilization, all these things needs promotion of technology leverage agroforestry, for which the role of tree improvement, the role of tree budding, the role of improved genetic resources is a mantra for the current year. That will alone make the agroforestry successful. Otherwise, we'll be pronouncing agroforestry. It will not create self-reliance and raw material security, either for domestic consumption or for industrial consumption. It is not going to satisfy the demands of climate change mitigation and adaptation. Everything is now linked to the system. That's the reason, from a producer to a consumer approach, we have presented to this. I do hope all participants would have almost benefited through this lecture from the entire production to consumption approach, particularly how the tree budding is playing a role for the success of the entire program. Thanks a lot for the patience hearing. If at all any doubts, I'll be responsible. Over to you, to the organizers.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. It was excellent, sir, listening to you. You started from very basic to very advanced. I think it was quite informative, sir. And we could see your hard work that you have put in all these years. And it was, I think, really a practical experience that you have taken us also in a tour through your videos. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. And we'll now have a session from the participants. If Ankur Chaudhary has raised a hand,